Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Cheer. I feel bad for the two of you. Ribbon. Ara. Sunset. Comfort. Rain cloud. Oh, she likes rain cloud. After image. Explode. Sugar. Daydream. Romansu. Hope. Oh. Covet. Let's see. Cute. I do want her to like it more, so. Saksu. Holiday. Holiday cheer. Gotta always have that. Melody. Landscape. And Kisu. Oh, and one more. Imagination, sure. So, yeah, that just ended abruptly, and we were immediately back in poems. That argument was something. That actually, wow. I'm sorry I did the swears. I mean, it's been a day since you saw this, so it doesn't really matter. But hope you're all doing well today. Let's continue. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Holly. Yes, this is the usual scene, alright. I have gotten more comfortable, alright. I've sure gotten more comfortable. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're largely like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Holly, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me feel a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around it. Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Yep, she has completely forgotten about it, just as Monica said she would. Pretty sure Monica has some control over the code of the game at this point. It's kind of where my thought process is going. Given the files I've seen in the game files and things like that. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries about things too much. The little things aren't too much about the little things, aren't you? But Rainbow sailcloth, blindsight, lifeline, and energy stream. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Haha. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. Haha. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while now, but I'm really not that good. I'm really not that good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Holly. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring anything up that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Holly, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for. I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. See? Don't think about her so much. Are you? Did I accidentally poem you this time? Or are you just super jealous of Natsuki? She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped in this have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, so they start selectively breeding people by cutting their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, well, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Yeah, I think this girl is all kinds of violent. I think that's her stuff. Is that she's secretly creepy violent. It's kind of... She's a yandere. I think she's a yandere. And Natsuki's a tsundere. I never realized that before, but she's... Yeah. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere. Huh? Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Holly? No, it's not that... I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's too shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of thing that challenges you to look at life from a new, strange perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is so full of horrible people and we're all ruthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. I think the dark stuff is what they're really thinking, and the regular stuff is what the game is making them say. I think they're all trapped in this game. Not just Monica. Monica's just the only one that's aware of it, until now. That means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. But it's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just that something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. So I'm wondering if I accidentally got in good with her today, or if these kind of things happen regardless. I've been thinking about that. All these little scenes with the girls romantically probably happen regardless, right? I was just bathing in the feeling of your... Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha ha ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up close up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I did think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. She's the one that's the least my type out of the three of them. I have to say that. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking of the way she second-guessed things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So, I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Me too. Anyway, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Holly? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Oh, Yuri's not even an option this time because she left the classroom. I think that's like with Sayori leaving the classroom. Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Okay, I must have impressed Yuri more. I thought I was trying to impress her more, but I must have accidentally picked more Yuri words. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody, so it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. This is what I was expecting yesterday, and that's not what happened. But there's nothing in there. It's just that. Holly, why didn't you come read with me today? Yuri kind of forced me. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri's a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Holly, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it. Please? Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. That's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. End? End? Just Monica. Hi again, Holly. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Holly. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I should have saved it at that poetry part, because I actually would like to have gone back and done a Natsuki poem, but this is interesting too. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing now, but sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you need. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. So this is the save me. Oh no, this is new. This is different. Save me, the colors they won't. Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expecting, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop. Violent grating with such screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, playing a chalkboard turntable like a knife on a breathing rib cage. Listen to the meaningless. Delete her. Save me, delete her. Who are you deleting? This time, Monica. Which one? Sorry, I knew it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. So the weird thing here about this is saving does nothing. That's my advice. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I can do Yuri now. Good. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh, this is new. This is brand new. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning on an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, sever holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope. A fast harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, the control, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drawing, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, gods disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in the 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and an open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. This is my favorite poem in the game so far. This is the kind of poem I like to read. Holy crap, this is amazing and lyrical and poetic. Thank you, Yuri. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out in your pen. That is a pen full of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. Yeah, she is a creepy yandere. I didn't catch this the first time. She's the kind of, notice me senpai type. Yeah. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and she liked him even more. One day the girl realized she was in love with him, but before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. Then the universe started to collapse. She killed herself just in time. These are threats from Monica. Okay, everyone. We're all done. Why is my cursor Monica's... No, that's Sayori's face. What? What? We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone comes and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Don't we really have to do something? Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well in last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Holly joined, and we started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and that festival is going to be a real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Holly? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Holly to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never talked until Holly joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Holly isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. You go, girl. This is all true. She bullied you into being here, didn't she? She found desperate, broken people who had nothing better to do and made them join her club. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Holly want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I probably would be lying. Still, it's first up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why didn't I think everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're all against getting new members or anything. Holly, why did you ever join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. Yeah, well, you were the one that didn't give me a choice to join, not to join, Monica. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone here in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Me too, Natsuki. But I should probably hang out with a few friends next time. So, because I sense something is coming. We'll see you then.